Hi there. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. Well, the stay-at-home era has meant that children, for the short term, have had to stay in and miss out on lots of fun stuff that they're just used to doing. And this has meant that parents really have had to be resourceful in finding new and exciting means of keeping the kids entertained and engaged and educated as well, whilst being home and safe with you. So our special guest definitely has something that we want to talk about today, and that is Ready, Set, Dance. Now, they have partnered up with the #1 entertainment brand in the world, Nickelodeon, to create Ready, Set, Dance TV show. So we welcome our special guest, Belinda Agostino, co-creator of Ready, Set, Dance, a studio owner and a very busy mum. Thank you so much for joining us today, Belinda. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm well, thank you. Thanks for having me today, representing Ready, Set, Dance on your show.
Yeah, and this is all very exciting. And I think the idea of combining dance with education in one to be able to teach kids so many things is a fascinating concept, and something that parents are home with their kids in isolation at the moment, and definitely as we're going into the winter months anyway, to be able to keep the kids active and entertained and engaged and educated, I think is just brilliance. And I can sort of see and understand why Nickelodeon Junior have jumped at the chance to partner with you guys. And now, as one of the co-creators, I'd love to pick your brain on some really important topics today. And to begin with, can you tell us why you think that movement and dance in particular is so important for kids that are home in isolation at the moment, especially provided, I guess, that they have so many restrictions on their external activities at the moment?
Yeah. Well, dance provides an outlet for kids to, to express themselves, to be active, to, have lots of fun. And essentially that's what, Ready, Set, Dance brings into the homes of our preschoolers across
Awesome.
Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah. And dance is something that I've been extremely passionate about my whole life. I told my mum at the age of 3 that I wanted to dance, and she had no idea. Like, you want to do what? And I know myself that there has been so many benefits that I had, and I sort of danced ended up professionally later on in life as well. So it's something I've done my whole life. But in the preschool years, it taught me a lot, and I want to be able to sort of delve a little bit more into sort of the benefits of this. But in particular, what makes your program sort of different from others, and particularly, I guess, during this time of COVID-19 as well?
I guess what really makes it different is the fact that it's so colourful and bright and engaging. It's has many elements of dance involved into the one. It's not just a one faceted type of dance. It includes jazz and hip hop, and we feel like it's designed for the preschoolers of today to respond to, because it is cool. It is very it's original as well. All the music is original. It's got key instructions for preschoolers to be able to follow and respond to and engage with. So it's definitely different to anything that exists in the market, and we were able to transfer our classes, that exist, in the program to the format of on TV for Nickelodeon. So it's definitely also gender neutral as well. We feel like when we first developed the program, there was definitely lots of pink tutus around, that, just catered for what I think people essentially thought was just a market of girls, because apparently only girls dance. But we've come out and we've changed that, and we've definitely seen an increase in boys participating in not only the show, but in all our classes. And we feel like that the gender neutral aspect of our classes is definitely different to what's out there.
Yes, absolutely. And I love the fact that it is gender neutral, and you are finding that it is equally for girls and for boys. And
Mm.
there are so many benefits to dance. Of course, that it is another form of exercise, which is very, very important. But what do you personally mean? I see that there's so many other benefits to confidence and deportment, and all kinds of things. And obviously, coordination, all of those important things for a
Yes.
preschooler. But what else do you sort of see as being the benefits of dance for preschoolers in that 2 to 5 year sort of age gap?
Well, there's a lot of the the program itself hits a lot of building on the milestones that
Oh,
kids need
wonderful.
to get into to school, so or be ready for school, so school readiness. And we tap into you know uh, I guess what you'd call like a growth mindset type of teaching, and building on resilience as well. Um, you know, they learn colors, they balance on one foot, they skip, they learn to jump from 2 feet. There's also an aspect of the class where they follow the leader. They learn aspects of self-control as well, having to wait their turn and listen to the teacher. They count backwards from 10. That's a huge milestone that preschoolers definitely need to know before they go to kindergarten. And also, there's the instrument part of our program that promotes, active listening as well, and developing, the phonemic awareness for readiness of reading as well. So there's definitely lots of things that we touch on. We like to call it the 3 C's, where we develop confidence, coordination, and creativity. And through those three kind of headings, a lot of those other things kind of fall into. And take creativity for example, in both the show and in our classes, there's so many moments that the kids have the opportunity to make choices, and take chances, free to be themselves. And that development of the imagination is crucial for the kids' development. And it's all about how music makes them feel, and we're a big believer that when kids are having fun, they learn more. They learn through play. In
I
fact,
think
that kind of,
you've hit the nail
yeah,
on the head. Yep.
yeah, it's the neuroscience behind all that, is that kids do learn through play. And there's so much fun involved in our program and in the show. And and the kids, they'd laugh as well. They find Twirl and Freeze super funny, and relatable as well. So yeah.
I think it's a brilliant concept of, as we were saying before, sort of combining movement, and that being dance, with education, and making it fun. Because as you've just said, and all the experts that we speak to agree that when you make learning fun, they're going to retain that information so much more.
Yeah.
And
They don't even realize they're learning anything really. They just think they're having a big like party all the time, you know. And there's a lot of things that we're implementing, that makes them, I guess, that like aids in the learning and the retention as well. And at the end of the day, supports the successful participation of the kids dancing. So yeah.
yeah. And so how has the show been received amongst sort of preschoolers and parents then, given that there's so many benefits? It must be very well received, I would think.
Yeah, it is definitely well received. It is the number one ranked subscription TV program amongst children from 0 to 12, and it's also we've noticed a huge increase of like kids picking up dance in that age group as well, and particularly boys. There's been about a 15% increase. Generally of boys participating in dance, which is
Oh, I love that.
absolutely so amazing. It's so great to see the parents really not look at dance as just being a girly thing, or
Yeah, and I think we
you
are
know,
moving to a much more gender neutral society now anyway, that things are everyone's
absolutely.
a little bit more open-minded. But,
Yeah.
you know, there are
Well,
so many benefits.
the
Yeah.
preschoolers have also the kid crew to look up to. They look up to because they're slightly older. They sit between the age group of like 10 and 13. Like an aspirational type of learning that the preschoolers, you know, are exposed to, where they're looking at that, you know, whether that's Emmy or Hunter, and oh my goodness, I want to be able to do that cool move just like Hunter. I want to be able to do that cool move just like Emmy. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Could I just clarify for a second? So we were talking about the program which is on Nickelodeon Junior, and that's the TV program. But you've mentioned that there's also another online program which you run also, and you've got on, I think it's on YouTube as well. You just released. Is that the program that's up to 12 years of age? Is that right? Just to clarify.
So just to clarify, we have the online classes that we've transferred classes online due to COVID. So they were physical classes that existed, and they do exist in like 230 locations across Australia and New Zealand. But like since COVID's happened, we've quickly adapted to the changes, you know, forced by the pandemic, and the small business owners that are associated with the Ready Set Dance brand, they have transferred their classes to online to be able to get the kids zooming instead of well, still moving, but just through Zoom.
So whereabouts on YouTube can we find you guys then?
On YouTube, we have our Ready Set Dance channel, and that has specific playlists for kids to dance at home with, and they're, you know, divided with there's a warm up, there's a stretch, there's, you know, the shaker, there's there's hip hop, there's
Heaps of
jazz,
stuff you have. Yeah.
heaps of things
We
to be
better
able
jump
to keep
online
your
and
kids
see it.
active. Yeah, just search Ready Set Dance, and we'll definitely come pop up, and you know, you can
We
subscribe, and it's
definitely have to do that.
definitely,
Get
yeah,
the
it's
kids involved
free.
with that, and those classes are then up to 12 years of age. Is that right?
Well, anyone at home can participate, including the parents. They are geared to preschoolers. That's the age group that they're geared to. But the actual kid crew are 12, 13, 14-year-olds. So,
Cool.
yeah, they're really cool kids that, you know, that are relatable, and yeah,
Just fun. And so
definitely
getting back
just
to,
fun.
I guess, talking about the preschoolers, when you were originally creating the programs and understanding that kids' attention is sort of quite limited at that age, I'd love to understand, how did you design the programs to keep the kids' attention focused? But the second part of this question is the fact that, you know, what can parents actually learn from this that can help parents every day adapt that into their everyday lifestyle? Is there anything at all that you've learnt that is relative and relevant that
Oh,
parents can use?
absolutely. We've had, well, firstly, with your first question, the combo, the fact that the exercises are quite short too, as well as the, the, the songs, they keep the attention span of the kids. They're designed specifically with musical cues as well. So it really keeps the kids engaged to be able to do what the music is saying. And it's all thematically relevant to them as well. In the classroom, we make sure that the class is moving quite quickly, and we not so that we're rushing through it, but so that you know, they do firstly the warm up, then they do the parachute, and then we quickly move to the follow the leader. Then the class engages them to be able to move to the next part where they learn the dance combo. Then they sit down and do the
So there's
musical
lots of
instrument
like
part.
short, snappy things.
Short, yeah, short, snappy things to keep their attention span. And that's also, you'll find on our YouTube channel too. They're quite short, but there's, you know, quite a few of them for them to be able to, you know, just move on to the next one. And because it changes, say, theme or song,
Yeah, I guess
or,
that's
you
the
know,
lesson for the parents, is then understanding that kids in that age group from 2 to 5 with a very short attention span, to be able to give them lots of small sort of tasks and lots of small activities or
yes.
things that can sort of keep them constantly engaged. And by the sounds of things, it's worked very well for the program then, which is great. And the other thing
Yeah,
is
they
too,
like to feel involved too. The preschoolers like to help out. Kindness is modelled in our classes and online, and even Twirl and Freeze, when they're, you know, talking, they always talk through kindness, and they like to. We like to get the children involved in helping out, in putting away their their toys or their instruments, putting away, you know, or moving to the next part. But you know, in their in like a fun way by following the leader, you know. So it's really anything that's associated through play. We find that the kids do just like to be little helpers as well.
and it sounds like there's
And
been a lot of research that's sort of gone into the program, and no wonder that's why it sort of worked so well
absolutely.
for Nickelodeon. And it sounds like there's lots of different depositions that the children learn, being enthusiasm, independence, concentration, and we were speaking about that before with the focus. So I mean, indirectly teaching them concentration is really important, persistence, and also sort of cooperation. So did you, when you were designing the program for Nickelodeon, then sort of hand select that you wanted to teach these depositions to the children, or this has just been as a result of how you've developed the program?
No, we were specific about what we wanted to be able to get through the along with the messaging and the strong themes to be able to help, you know, teach all those dispositions. We had the beautiful Dr. Kathy Harrison, you know, check out not only the show but also our program, and she wrote a beautiful report about it and how you know, the sequencing and the series of instructions that we and how we do this, you know, through our messaging, you know, able to essentially be translated to other contexts in real life, like, you know, getting ready for everyday routines. You know, first you get dressed, then you clean your teeth, and, you know, those kind of the patterns and the predictions that are involved are also involved in stuff like literacy and numeracy. So those, you know, the show really touches on those, on the sequencing of movements to be able to help, you know, translate that into real life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what have you guys been doing during the COVID-19 era to help preschoolers get engaged, and keep them keeping busy? Is that all the stuff that you've done with a YouTube channel and transferring
Yeah,
them
yes,
over there?
we have. We've developed and developed our YouTube channel to be able to, you know, keep the kids engaged, especially during the time when all the studios were closed and we're still trying to get up and running online. We created these great dance at home playlists, and also dance at home packs as well, that you know, essentially have maracas and rainbows and stars and bean bags that, you know, help you know, facilitate them actually, you know, participating at home with the routines on
And you've made
YouTube.
some
And
DIY options of the dance at
yeah,
home packs as well, I read.
yeah,
That
we
parents can
have.
make the maracas, and the maracas you can get a water bottle, and put hundreds and thousands in there. Is there anything else that you put in there to make a maraca, a homemade maraca?
Oh, you can make anything, you can put anything in there. You can, like, as long as you put the lid on. Otherwise you'll have hundreds and thousands everywhere. Oh, we, you know, we've kept our community really engaged in like a bake-off as well. We got because the hundreds and thousands actually reminded me about that. How fun it is to get you know, baking in the kitchen and singing along and dancing along to our music in the background or on YouTube. We've got the cupcake song that, you know, is doing that's super fun. We've also the DIY options that you were talking about before is the rainbow ribbon streamers, which is the part of the program and the show where the kids wear these rainbow ribbons on their hands and create rainbows. You know, people have been doing them with scrunchies and hair ribbons, you know, sewn onto them. So that's been lots of fun to see all the innovative ways that the studio owners and you know, the parents have come up with, you know, I guess the DIY option
Yeah. So we've spoken today about all of the benefits then that dance has for preschoolers. I mean, and obviously ongoing, but for preschoolers in particular, all of the school readiness lessons that they're teaching in a fun and engaged way, which is sensational. And then besides that, also that the options are available for parents to be able to watch Ready Set Dance on Nickelodeon Junior. And if they don't have Foxtel, they can still be sort of associated with you guys by going to your YouTube channel. Is there anything else? Is there anything else from an app perspective, or any other games, or
There's,
anything else?
there's yeah, there's a Nick Junior app that has accessibility to some of the episodes, as well as a Nick Junior Ready Set Dance game that if you search, you can definitely find on there. I think it's on the app as well,
Mm-hmm.
and that keeps the kids engaged. It's called Set the Stage, and it allows them to be as creative as possible by changing the stage of Twirl and Freeze with lights and costumes, and yeah, it's very, very, very cute.
And I think this
Very
is
fun.
a very positive and uplifting thing for all families to be doing at this time, or it may be a little
It
bit dark
is.
and depressing
Look,
at the moment.
dance makes people happy. It keeps it's been wonderful to actually see the parents involved as well, like dancing at home with the kids too.
How
You know,
wonderful.
yeah, they've been sending us through, and if you've got some, wonderful footage of your kid or yourself dancing along, to anything on our YouTube channel, would love to see that. Our handle is at Ready Set Dance Official. That's our Instagram handle, and you'll find us also on our website www.readyset.dance.
We'll have all of those links
Yeah.
definitely in the show notes and in the introduction paragraph. Belinda, thank you so much for your time today. It's been a real
Thank
treat
you.
speaking to you, and all the best of luck with
Thank you so
is this the
much.
second series, is it? Is
It
this
is. It's season two. It's
okay,
season two. We
cool.
started off with it as an interstitial, and now we have our own show. That's our we're really excited. Actually, it's a whole 7 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you
Whole
so
7 minutes.
much. Take care, and we'll speak with you
Yeah.
again soon. And congratulations too. All the best.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much. Bye bye.
Bye.